Did you know that John D. Rockefeller, a man who would eventually earn billions of dollars, viewed wealth building as a skill that was simple to repeat? He once said that the most stable thing in the world is the ability to make money. In the right form, it is unshakable. What secret was he referring to? I'll tell you this. It had nothing to do with hard work. The secret of wealth building is that it's not all about working hard. It's about working smart. And to work smart, you need to absorb the lessons of Rockefeller's life. Let's explore 3 keys to Rockefeller's success and how he used them in his own life. Principle number 1, you need to own a business. As a young businessman in Cleveland, Ohio, John D. Rockefeller had a problem. He was getting bullied. Rockefeller, then in his 20s, had started a company with a man named Maurice Clark. Rockefeller was the younger man, and Maurice had a number of brothers who would bully him. Though Rockefeller wanted to invest more and more into the burgeoning oil industry, the Clark brothers would put down his plans. So Rockefeller bided his time. He saved up money in secret and planned his escape. The Clark brothers, as part of their bullying, would sometimes threaten to dissolve the business. So finally, Rockefeller saved up enough money, secured new partners, and called their bluff. He said, "You're right, let's dissolve the business." The Clark brothers were shocked. The business went up to an auction, and Rockefeller, who'd secured the financing in secret, outbid the brothers for sole control of the company. Though he was just in his 20s, Rockefeller would later reflect that this was the moment that changed his life. Rockefeller was now free and in charge. He could decide how much money he poured into the oil business and how much he borrowed from the banks. More importantly, he'd never have to answer to anyone else, ever again. As author Naval Ravikant says in his famous book about how to become wealthy, if you don't own a piece of a business, you don't have a path towards financial freedom. The wealthy almost universally build or inherit a piece of a business. That's where the risk is, but also the greatest rewards. Principle number 2, go where the energy is. Rockefeller grew up as an accountant in Cleveland, Ohio, lucky enough to be near an oil discovery in western Pennsylvania. But it was Rockefeller who quickly recognized the opportunities in the oil industry. He realized that digging for oil was risky and highly speculative. Instead, he discovered that the refining of oil into kerosene could produce more reliable income. Rockefeller saw the market for what it was, then borrowed and invested. He positioned himself as the top oil refiner as soon as he could. Though many other speculators went bust, Rockefeller took solid business habits and applied it to a burgeoning field. The same happened to Jeff Bezos at the beginning of Amazon. He eventually wanted to build a store that sold everything but didn't have the resources. So he selected and tested one profitable niche: books. He realized there was a hole in the market of online booksellers and determined to become the best at it. Amazon took off and earned a reputation as a cutting-edge bookseller almost overnight. Take this YouTube channel as another example. I was previously using it to create white noise videos to help people fall asleep. Yet as soon as I refocused my energy to something people wanted, like learning about wealth, my views almost immediately increased. Principle number 3, aim high and strike often. The rich don't waste their time doing unprofitable things. They'll spend money just to learn about how to make more money. For Rockefeller, that meant borrowing money at a rapid pace so he could plant his flag in the oil industry. For Alexander the Great, that meant building a battle strategy where he'd try to cut the head off his opposing armies. If the Persian king was on the field, you can bet Alexander was charging for him. So ask yourself, what is the point of maximum leverage for you? What will move the needle more than anything else? What is the key moneymaker that produces twice the results for half the work? Chances are you're staring one in the face, but have been avoiding it for one reason or another. The secrets of the absurdly wealthy are not shrouded in mystery. They are based on sound financial principles such as ownership, flocking to where the energy is, and focusing your efforts on what really counts. While hard work is undoubtedly a factor in their success, these individuals have mastered the art of working smarter rather than harder. They understand that true wealth is not measured solely by the hours put in, but by the strategic decisions made over time. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe for free updates. We'll keep talking about the principles that real wealth builders use to create their success and how you can translate those principles into your own life.